So Phillip Brooks finally won his first start against Vanderbilt, pretty much all on his own legs that game, but after the game he's able to purchase a little bit of upgrades here to boost his statistics a little bit, get better throwing accuracy, increasing his overall to a really high number for a freshman. But it's time for South Carolina, and it's an opportunity for Florida really to get their first win against a legitimate SEC opponent. Not that Vanderbilt isn't legitimate, but they haven't beat a big-name school all year. They've lost to Georgia, Auburn, Alabama, LSU, and it's opportunity now for Phillip Brooks to really shine as a quarterback and show that he can prove his worth as a starter. I mean, he can't just beat these tune-up games, teams in tune-up games, and expect to keep a starting job and make your team a contender. So Brooks having a rough time getting started here. That pass is batted down. 3rd and 8, South Carolina up by 13. They miss an extra point on one of their touchdowns, and Brooks just throws it away. Nobody open. He has to keep scrambling, and then no one gets open. And so it's a tough day for Brooks. Until here, he makes a nice pass to his receiver, gets into Gamecocks territory. 3 minutes left in the second quarter, and Brooks takes his own number on 3rd and inches there on the quarterback draw to convert. Doing everything he can to help this team score. Hits his running back there on the nice little dump-off pass there, getting him inside the 5. And then Brooks play action. He's going to take it in himself. Touchdown Gators. So what Brooks does best, he takes off and scores touchdowns. So 2nd and 10, South Carolina would answer, and a huge opportunity here to score points in good field position. Brooks throws an interception. So now he's just making it all harder on himself now. He's going to have about just the 4th quarter, and he really makes something out of nothing on this play here. I mean, he either had to throw it away or take a chance, and the chance paid off. Kind of had to, down by 13, but 2nd and 7, Brooks takes off again, gets inside the 30-yard line, so they're close to field goal range, but they're going to need 2 touchdowns to get back here. And the running back, he does a little bit of tough running here, and he scores a touchdown. So Florida now down by 6, but they get the ball back with 2.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Nice pass there to the receiver down the right sideline. And then 2nd and 5, Brooks is able to take off, score a nice touchdown there. Florida takes a 1-point lead, and their defense would hold the rest of the game so that South Carolina wouldn't get on the board. So good game for Phillip Brooks, a legitimate SEC victory, and then they have a quick tune-up game here before their last game of the season. I'm not really going to show too much of this. It's just against what would be the Furman Paladins. I checked their schedule, but it's the FCS something Cobras. So nice pass there by Brooks. And now he's actually lined up at wideout here in the Wildcat. And as we see here, Brooks is now a triple threat quarterback. Nice block there, helping the running back get around the edge as he breaks a tackle and scores a touchdown. So now Brooks can block, he can run, and he can pass. You got the first NCAA triple threat quarterback. Definitely a pro prospect they want to look at. So Brooks here, he's showing off the legs, really just an electric runner on the field. He's got great agility, and he's got great moves, and he can break tackles. He's a definite threat whenever he decides to take off, and he makes a nice pass there over the middle. And yeah, that game was over pretty quick, 35-0 for Florida. Brooks didn't even play in the 4th quarter. And he's upgrading his stats a little bit more, but they got a big rivalry game coming up now out of conference, but it's against Florida State. Battle for the Governor's Cup. So Brooks with a quick rivalry game now is the last game of the regular season. He hits his receiver there, and he gets a nice chunk of yards, but FSU up by 7. Florida playing a little bit of catch-up. 2nd and 6. Brooks rolls out to his right, and he's going to take off himself and just get past the first down marker. First down for the Gators. And then Brooks gives the running back on the sweep there. Bad play call by the coach. Maybe Brooks should have audibled out of that one now that he's a captain on the team and he has the ability to choose different plays. But what can you do? It's 7-0 still, and they have to attempt a field goal here on 4th down, but Florida State would answer with a touchdown. So Florida down by 11 points, playing catch-up in the second half. Not much going for them. The kicker missed a couple of field goals that would have brought him back a little bit closer. So 14-3, not a lot of time left if they're going to get this comeback. Nice catch there, but the kicker would miss another field goal, and they couldn't really get anything going on offense today. They had too many miscues and too much inconsistency. So they have a bowl game. They clinched a bowl game with the victory over South Carolina. It's the Music City Bowl against the Maryland Terrapins, so it's an exciting moment for freshman quarterback Phillip Brooks as he is playing in his very first bowl game his freshman year after only starting a handful of games. Definitely raising the bar next year, though, as far as expectations go. Definitely don't want to settle for a Music City Bowl, and they definitely want to be a high-ranked team and contend for a major bowl title. So 2nd and 3, I think the Terrapins are up by 7. Yes, they are, and the Terrapins are actually ranked. Nice catch there to get them into Terrapin territory. So 3rd and 10, knocked down there, so Florida would have to attempt a field goal, and it would be no good. So 2nd and 7 here. Brooks getting very close to the line of scrimmage, but decides to throw it at the last second. Doesn't get flagged for throwing it beyond the line of scrimmage, so it had to have been legit. And then here on the slant, players at Florida are just so fast, they can turn short passes into touchdowns like it's nothing. So it's 7-7 here now. And in the second quarter, same score. Brooks back with the ball, and he's going to take off. If he has the room, he's definitely going to take off about 99% of the time. So it's a big first down there. Close to Terrapin territory, 3rd and 10. Brooks just takes off again, not respecting his speed enough. They're not keeping enough men in the box to help keep him at bay. And the linemen actually playing pretty well here late in the season for the most part. Better than they were in the first half of the season. And Brooks takes off again on this drive, just converting, and they would score a touchdown there. 14-10 now Florida. Florida trying to pad their lead a little bit. Short pass here to a receiver, goes for a bunch of yards all the way to the Terrapin. Looks like the 30-yard line. 2nd and 6. Brooks, nice pass there to the receiver. Saw the zone coverage there and was able to get it in there before the safety was able to get over. So Florida would win 24-18, and Brooks just takes a knee a couple times, and he celebrates his victory as he wins his first bowl game in his first attempt in his freshman year. He only attempted 12 passes today, actually. They decided to run the ball a lot, and their game plan paid off as they won the bowl game. So Brooks was able to upgrade his stats one more time before the end of his freshman year. So catch up next episode when Brooks starts his sophomore year in college playing for the Florida Gators. It's sure to be an exciting year as Florida hopes to contend for a major bowl title and have a better year than they did this year. So stay tuned and watch out for the next episode.